Hi everyone, it's Jen from Tarot Spirit here for your weekly reading. I'm using the Arthurian Legend Tarot deck. This is sort of my deck. I've pretty much used this deck exclusively for probably 15 years. And then I just became a crazy, obsessive deck buyer in the last year again. But that's okay. I love having lots of different decks. It brings a different perspective to readings and keeps things fresh. So some cards have already been coming out, so I'm just going to go with it and get started. So we have the Four of Swords under the deck. That's my card for giving yourself a break. Traditionally, it's about, recovery from surgery is kind of a mundane way to describe it, but I really think it's about a break from mental activity and also from mental anxiety and stress that we put on our own brains, that we put on ourselves. So I think an underlying theme for this week is that we need to sort of give ourselves a break this week. But so far with the cards, two flipped up, we're feeling pretty good coming into the week. We have the Four of Wands here, and traditionally known as the wedding card, but this is a card that speaks about milestones. So we've accomplished something, and it could be anything from something at work, a marriage, a birth, graduating from high school, getting our degree, any sort of milestone, something where we've accomplished something, but now we're looking to, okay, we've accomplished this milestone. We have like a firm foundation there. Now, what are we going to launch off of our new foundation? And there was something else I was going to say, and it went right out of my head. Really nice energy to have at the focus of the reading. Oh my God, now we have 3 fours. So the Four of Pentacles is my card about boundaries. The traditional meaning of this card is this guy has way too strong. He's trying to hold on so much to his belongings that he's excluding other people that are supposedly important to him. But I've really come to grow to think that this is about just boundaries in general and knowing when to relax your boundaries and when to have very, very strong boundaries. So with this, these accomplishments or this foundation, maybe need to think about, do we need to loosen up our boundaries? Do we need to tighten them up? Can we let certain people in and certain people not in? What are we willing to compromise, and what is, just something we absolutely will not compromise on? And getting clear on those things, and then not only getting clear on those things, but living by them. That's how you bring confidence into your life, right? When you can count on yourself to, whether it's keep a secret or, I'm going to get up and exercise, like really follow through with your commitments. So a foundation of this card is the Six of Swords. So we've consciously moved away from negative thinking and patterns that have been holding us back in the past. And that's what's bringing this positive energy and circumstances into our lives. From the recent past, we have the Justice card. So I've really changed. It's funny. My thoughts about cards are constantly evolving, and that's what I love about tarot. It's you never don't feel like you're ever going to master tarot because every card meanings grow and change as you grow and change, and depending on the deck you use and the person you're reading for, and it just is always evolving. So I will never feel like I've mastered the tarot, and I'm glad because that would be boring. But I'm really feeling like I feel like it's karma in this reading, and maybe like karma came in and sort of fixed some things for you in the recent past, and it's really made you feel good because it's restored sort of your faith in the world. Like, okay, it does like what goes around. And that sounds kind of nasty, but sometimes when you just kind of feel like you've been getting a bad rap for a long time, it's kind of nice to have things go your way, or someone who's really acting unethically sort of be called out on it. What you want most right now? Yeah, who wouldn't? The Ten of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card. I love this card. It's very touching to me because it's really about legacy. So this is about, what mark are you going to leave on the world? I mean, it can be your children. It can be things you've accomplished, things you've written, the way you've treated people. So in this position, it makes me think that you want to have, when you leave this world, you want to have made a difference. You want to have been meaningful in some way. And that, I guess really think about what you want people to think about you when you have passed on. I feel like this is a very thought-provoking week, a reflective week, which I do think goes back to this Four of Wands, because I feel like whenever you've hit some sort of milestone, regardless of how big or small, it's a time for reflection. Okay, now we've gotten here. Where are we going next? Some energies coming up in the near future. We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, so I think all this thought-provoking energy, it's going to spark something. It's going to spark a new way of thinking for us, a new way to, and I feel, even though this is a minor arcana card, I feel like some internal shift in the way we're thinking about things and approaching the world, that we're going to have some pretty big shift internally. And we're really going to be thinking and approaching our life in a different way. Yeah. Yep. So the Knight of Swords, change. Knights are changes in the suit that they're in of thought. Swords, air. So we're really going. It's interesting. We're going to have some subtle shift, or major, in the way we are, I think, looking at our lives. And we're really consciously going to be moving away from negative thoughts and the way our old patterns, and really thinking about how we want to conduct ourselves in this world, and what legacy we want to leave behind, and that we want our life to matter. And once we get clear on that, things are going to happen very quickly. We have the Eight of Wands here. Oh, I just have the nicest feel about this reading. I feel like I don't know. I just feel really nice positive energy. So I think that this reading is just asking us to really think about how we conduct ourselves and start living that. And I think we're going to take steps to do that this week and live our life so that there is a legacy when we are no longer here physically, whether it's through raising beautiful children or just knowing that people are like, they were a nice person, they were a good person, they were whatever is important to you. I think that's a good way to look at life and how we conduct ourselves. Like, okay, what legacy am I leaving behind? And if you don't like what that is, that's the greatest thing about tarot cards. They're thought-provoking. They're for self-reflection, not fortune telling. Fortune telling. They're a spiritual tool of self-discovery. And once you get it in your mind, you have that change in your thinking, right? Both of these cards are supporting that. Then you can make meaningful, tangible change in your life very quickly. And you can start feeling better very quickly. Thank you so much for stopping by today. This is a different reading than I usually do. It just has a different feel to it, and I quite like it, actually. So I hope you're inspired to have a thoughtful, positive week, and I will see you next week. Thanks so much for stopping by.